Good evening to YouTubers. This is what I got here is a 2000 SL2. I'm working on the timing. I just got everything set. Very simple. It's actually, they have a good video on the guy that does the DUI, how to do the timing. But we always have that problem of the timing cover. So if you don't mind me showing you something here real quick, I got a mess in here. So I got a single cam right there too, but we're working on the 20 cam here. I went ahead and here's the timing cover itself. You can tell that there is bolts along the whole side here. You just gotta find all those bolts. So, ironically, some of these are actually pretty dang dirty. Like this one, you can barely read anything on. So I know you guys have a problem, but there is center bolts. This one's actually an 8mm. And then actually right there hidden, there's another little 10 up here. The rest of these are 10mm. The center here, I believe, was maybe a 10 or a 13. Wasn't really huge. So there's this one. That's pretty much, you have to take the whole pulley off here to get access to this one. It's very, very tricky. But those are the two hidden bolts, and I have had problems trying to get the timing cover originally off. Once all these bolts are off, and there is a gasket that you have to make with a gasket maker to put this back on. There is also 4 bolts at the bottom here that hook into the oil pan, because this is actually probably the oil pump and a timing cover all in one, which I thought was actually kind of neat that they did something like this. Yeah, I gotta wipe it down a little bit before I gotta put a new gasket on it. But I thought I'd share this little video here. So all I really picked up, what was it, just some gasket maker. It's gonna have fun just spreading it out even. I actually also made a little diaphragm here, top to bottom of the timing housing. These 2 bolts here go to the actual pulley. The rest of these are actually the timing housing, and this is the little 8 I was telling you about down there. I don't have the pulley on here because I have it separately set aside. And I know the crankshaft is another one that's a pain in the neck to get off of. People use the breaker bar technique. I just went with the, nice impact that actually from Harbor Freight. One of those brawlers that actually really works really well. This is the pulley that the 2 bolts I was showing you. Just trying to break this down a little bit as much as possible. So see how I've set it top dead center. Do not forget to take that little red clip out. It makes it where the piston for the chain here is actually locked inside. Once you pull it, it extends the piston. Once you pull it, you can't push that sucker back in. It's really, really hard. I mean, there's some people with those bare hands that can get it, yeah. So, yeah, I just got to try to clean the surface as best you can. And, yeah, there's still oil in this sucker. I got to change the oil out. So, yeah, there's 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see the timing bolts throughout the whole housing down here. Just trying to help show you guys. See though, that's actually where the pulley sits. So that bolt, so this hole and that one is the 2 bolts. The rest is the timing cover. And before you actually install your guides, definitely put the chain on first, and then you put your guides on. That is definitely for sure. I was trying to see if I can do it with like one guide on. No, you have to have the guides off. It would help tremendously, just speed up the process. We have top dead center here. And we have top dead center. So, also when I noticed, this thing's actually got 210,000 miles. This thing's actually doing pretty good. Looking pretty good. Lots of work here. Lots and lots and lots of work. Another big thing I think I really had an issue with was, I just want to make sure I want to cover all the bases to actually do this task. Yeah, if you guys have a question, yes, the oil, it is an oil-driven refeed return back into the oil pan, which I think is kind of neat, so it lubricates the whole belt. You guys are probably getting sick of me talking. I want to make sure I can help you guys, though, too. I've been doing this too long. I hope this really helps you guys. For all the people that are confused about doing this, I want to make sure it can help. Hopefully I can bring more Saturn videos. I've been trying to do some performance upgrades on this sucker. I got a lot of stuff coming. Yeah, the SL Bat 1. Yeah, black and yellow, yo, for Batman. Let's see. I gotta do something about these headers too. So I mean, yeah, you do have to move the AC condenser. So I just removed the bracket there too to keep it out of the way. You do have to dismount the bolts back here to the power steering to access the rest of the timing housing. Yeah, I was actually surprised. For 210,000 miles, I had to freaking change the timing. When I pulled the old stuff off, I was kind of amazed. Let's see if I can set these to top dead center here. So I mean, they look pretty old. I've noticed with aftermarket chains, they all have the points. When I pulled this chain out, it's all tangled up. But I didn't see any actual markings. I know it's pretty dirty, but I did try cleaning it, and I couldn't find any markings on this chain at all. So that just tells me it's probably OEM factory, and that's 210,000 miles this chain lasted before it stretched. And it caused me to have P0300, which is for random cylinder misfire. So the timing jumped. Try to replace these guys at about 180,000 miles. That's what book recommended mileage. 210,000 miles. I'm very impressed though. That's a long time. So yeah, well, I hope this video helps you guys. Hope you guys like my little task I'm getting down here. Alrighty, so have a good night to YouTubers, and hopefully I'll do another video soon.